All right. How are you doing tonight?
Hey guys, how's it going? We got a game upcoming right now. It looks like we're just waiting for the match to start.
Um, I'm Meep or Aiden, and this is
I'm Andre. You can also call me PopCap, either or. And we're gonna be your coordinator, commentator,
for the
casters for today
yeah
in the
for this
TF2
TF2.
6v6 game. Alright, so basically we have a 6v6 game today. This is a normal competitive kind of TF2 style. And how it works is there's usually two scouts, two soldiers, a demo, and a medic. And demo man is just demo for short. So we're going to be referring to that as like, or I am
Yeah.
referring to as demo. And basically, we're going to be watching UNM versus who are we playing against? Cal Poly, which is short for California Polytechnical Institute. And yeah, we're gonna see how they do, how we
How I fare?
yeah, how we fare against Cal Poly. So currently we have a pretty stacked team. We have pretty dedicated rolled players. If you do not know, the TF2 team has dedicated players. So, like for example, scouts would be a scout player. There's a bombing soldier and a roaming soldier, or like a defensive soldier, and they all have their like their own roles that they do. Of and there's a
In the team.
dedicated demo man, a dedicated medic, and they're pretty like consistently practicing their specific class. So we'll see how they fare against Polytech this time.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Um, kind of excited to see how that doc might be played.
Yeah, so if you do not know, Doc in 6v6 game mode is very critical. He's going to be, um, of course, keeping everyone topped up on the HP bars, and if not, for the Doc, the whole team will slowly get crumpled and lose all their HP, and that's not ideal.
So he's
So,
definitely a high priority target.
yeah, we're gonna see most likely a lot of bombing plays, which basically just means soldiers are rocket jumping, demomans are sticky jumping, trying to kill that medic. Scouts are flanking, double jumping, trying to dodge all the incoming damage. Um, to get the medic down, because once the medic's down, then their HP bars are only sustained by health packs on the map. And once those health packs are gone, you know, you can't get a control point if you're dead. So that's
True.
probably gonna how some of the gameplay is gonna look, but I'm not gonna say there's not gonna be other classes being played because that's certainly possible. This is just kind of like a staple consistency kind of thing,
Yeah.
but adaptability is important as well. So may be able
True.
to see the maybe a sniper to try to pop a medic that has Uber or something like that. And Uber charge is for those of you who may not be like too in depth of the TF2 gameplay, Uber Charge is where the medic has a specific medigun, and you can use that medigun at a certain point after a certain amount of healing to activate kind of like a bonus charge or just like a charge. And what this charge does is dependent on the gun itself. Usually it's just an invulnerability. So the medic, and whoever he's healing gets like 8 seconds of invulnerability. Those two players, basically, that's like a push kind of thing where you can make someone invulnerable to like a big push, or you can make a big push with the
Yeah.
invulnerability. And there's a crits creek as you crits.
Yeah.
We'll go over this stuff in a second, but here we
And
got
we're
the game here. Looks like we already started the game. Okay, so
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh,
looks like
chaos.
looks like Callie's gotten a point on us already, and we've gotten that.
True, true, true.
All right, what? That's all right. We're back in the game. Okay.
What?
Okay, we're just getting the game sound up here. Okay, so we got UNM Esports against Cal Poly. We got the UNM on the red here and Cal Poly on the right, on
On
the
the blue.
blue side. Scout going down, unfortunately crumpling into the ground.
True, true.
Uh, looks
Ooh.
like UNM Esports just got wiped right now. We have
Yeah.
five dead, 1 on 8,
Looks like we just have our
and
demo man left.
we got Cal Poly taking first point, middle point, 2 on second point already, coming to cap that slowly, while UNM Esports recoups and gets their soldiers back into the fight here.
Yeah.
Playing last point objective here with the heavy, switching up to the heavy. We're getting it's a pretty tactical play because if you get the heavy, he has no mobility, but they have no choice but to fight last point. So they're going to have to run into him.
True.
And he's going to be a big HP bar.
He's gonna be a wall that you'll have to knock
Exactly.
down.
Oh, we got cap on last point with a flanking soldier running away. Pipes coming in from the demo men. Sticky.
No.
Little back and forth action here,
True, true.
just trying to keep this last. If you have anything to add, feel free to add
True.
whenever you want. It's no.
Looks like we're just focusing on the dock, kind of boosting up some of his opponent, his allies.
Okay, so as you saw there, the scout was hitting himself with a certain weapon that damages yourself if you miss. This is tactical because it allows the Uber charge, as you can see, to ramp up faster. A medic gains more Uber if he's healing people that are injured. So that's the reason for that. As you can see, the scout was kind of bleeding there.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the holding the point here. We got soldier jumping in, medic popping the Uber flash onto the demo man, and back on the soldier. Soldier going down.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
negated push by the cowball.
Currently, Cows just has their one character. Is that a dock?
Yeah, they got 3 right now, up and ready. Just respawned.
Yep.
5 people on first point, second point, going to third point, middle point. Soldier throwing some rockets at the enemy team, just trying to get some poke damage here. Playing around this choke point corner.
Trying to get some kills with the explosion. Looks like they're all kind of trying to guard this one choke point. Pushing through. Looks like the scout we're following right now is trying to flank, maybe.
Yeah, so we got a choke point hold here onto second, third point, and we just heard the Uber charge just ready there. If you heard that, maybe the UNM might have a push advantage here.
Yeah.
Enemy team with a sniper, Cal Poly. Cal Poly looking to pop the medic before they can even get that charge off.
True. That would be a devastating blow for sure.
If you do not know, the sniper has 150 on a headshot, and medic has exactly 150 health. So if this is calculated, he can.
If he can get the lineup right, it's an instant kill.
Very tactical. Got Uber charge on enemy team as well. Cal Poly.
Yeah.
Playing stalemate here, playing safe. We have
Seems to just be stuck at behind this one little wall section.
2:30 on the clock. Jumping in, bombing in. 2 Bell soldier. Double soldier. Oh, soldier goes down. Bomb. Scout very low.
Yeah, very low.
Now Cal Poly is looking like counter engage right here as the soldier is already dead. Oh, 2 soldiers go down.
Scout
popping the medic.
Looking for that flank.
Medic pops the Uber on the sniper, trying just to engage or disengage. Scout's engaging.
The scout is pushing hard.
Soldier bombing in. Looks like excuse me. Looks like Cal Poly is use that Uber charge to try to disengage and hopefully stay alive.
Yeah.
But now they won't have Uber for this next fight. So if UNM can take advantage of that.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
recouping here with the health
Yeah.
bar as we.
This soldier's trying to stop flank, I guess. A lot of screaming of medic out there.
Yeah, you're gonna hear medic, 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 help, help. You know, because
Yeah, healing.
soldiers demos. They are damaging themselves by through the rocket jumping, which gives them massive mobility that the scout just has with his jumps. So, as you can see, not
But
only
it does help charge the Uber, though. So
exactly, and not only is he keeping up with the soldiers' repositioning as well as the demo man, he's
True.
also keeping up with the incoming damage as well as overhealing. If you do not know, you can overheal as a medic up to a certain amount. So for soldier, it would be up to 300. So
Okay.
even past a certain their max HP. If you see on the left column there, you can see the people with the white border around their health. That's like slowly trickling down. Those are people who are overhealed, and it slowly fades away. You got to push here. Uber onto the enemy scout. Cow poly. Soldier bombing back up into the center point. Medic tried to
Ooh.
melee. Oh, medic going down.
Cal's medic goes down.
Oh, sniper dropping the scout. Retreating now.
Yeah.
Second point contested by scout. A scout
Goes down.
completely obliterated into a nothingness.
Ouch.
Last point right here, engage. UNM having all players 2 on respawn on Cal
Yeah.
Poly.
Looks like they're holding objective or pushing it.
Looks like they're keeping the sniper pick. Oh, they switched it to an engineer.
Oh.
Okay, so they have an engineer and pyro. So, looks like the plan is going to be for Cal Poly to try to hold this last point. They have no choice but to engage on this last point, so
Yeah.
they can set up a turret and hopefully, hold this last point. But we do have an Uber charge and maybe enemy Cal Poly team. Excuse me, Cal Poly team has heard the medic cry that one out loud.
True.
Uber charges are very tactical against the sentry guns. They can do absolutely nothing against it.
Yeah. Looks like they're trying to edge their way in for UNM.
Looks like the demo man has spotted the sentry gun and he's trying to sticky it out.
And get it out. Yeah. Looks like Cal got a really good placement on that sentry then.
Yeah, in the meantime of that demo man, 2 UNM players, the medic even going down, they're going to have to disengage or momentarily remain until they can get their players back. And then we
Yeah.
got the scout here. Scout jumping in, scout jumping into the other scout, medic, okay, disengaging.
Yeah.
Just a bit of poke damage here.
Yeah, just popping in and out.
Scout using the melee to damage himself, as you can see here, getting that
Yeah.
medic uber fast.
Again. Ooh.
Soldier going down.
Ouch.
Medic
Ugh.
flying through the air, gracefully getting his health back. Playing it slow. Playing it a little safe.
Scout helping the medic charge Uber again, I guess.
Mhm.
Our control point has been captured.
UNM's going to give us, looks like middle point.
Yep.
Nice little trap for the sticky trap for the demo
Yeah.
man.
Demo man
Holding the choke point.
making a definite choke point, but looks like the trap didn't quite stay from that after that rocket.
Might I add, I love demo man's name. Just water.
True.
So profound.
Quite profound.
Thank you. So, holding the stickies just to hold the corridor there while Cal Poly looks like they're going to engage the opposite direction here.
Yeah. Grabbing that health pack.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
A lot of pushback now from Cal.
Alert. The control point is being captured. Alert. The control point
Scout
is
going
being
down.
contested.
Medic hopping Uber on Scout. Soldier bombing in. Soldier dead. Soldier dying to the air shot, and
We have
Cal
lost the
Poly
control
gets
point.
second point. Now we're playing last point.
Yeah. So hopefully we can defend this so we can
As we
push
s-
back again.
There we go. As we see, we switch to the heavy. Switching to the UNMT switching to the heavy to try to hold this last point. Heavy jumping in, shooting at enemy scouts. Scouts on the point.
Oh.
Heavy goes down. Medic healing the soldier, and Scout gets on the point. Last point gets capped extremely fast, as you can see, and that is
Dang.
game 2-0. Cal Poly to UNM.
True. Looks like Cal really focused on that heavy there at the as soon as it came out.
Yeah, that he got completely bombed out. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. So how that works is they just triple man, double soldier, demo man, or excuse me, yeah, double soldier, demo man on the heavy, and he just, no matter his overheal, he just dies.
Yeah.
I would double bomb onto the soldier. Soldier rocket jumping in, holding in the high point, a high point advantage. Very important for the soldier because he can splash damage the enemy team at their feet with his radius rockets. Trying to airshot shot the soldier, holding on to that
Yeah.
point.
Soldier's taking high ground.
That is part of the control point, as you can see.
Yeah.
Scout taking advantage of that close range where right up in the soldier's face where the soldier can not necessarily
Use
utilize
rocket.
the splash damage of his rockets, which he wants to. Healing the invisible scout here.
Point is being captured.
And retreating. No reason to push back into midpoint with 3 players. Holding
True.
back.
Holding back, trying to save second objective.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Switching to the heavy again here, we have, instead of the
We have lost the control point.
soldier, or excuse me, the scout. Last point push here
Yeah,
for Cal
Cal.
Poly.
Looks like they're trying to do a
Jumping.
heavy, like, full team flank. Almost. For Cal.
Scout jumping in, Scout trying to get some damage in, forcing a pop from the medic just to keep the demo man alive. Playing very split, Cal Poly, trying to take advantage of all the different angles.
True.
Scout finishing off the demo man. Scout's very good at doing
Yeah.
poke damage and finishing off enemies just like that. He's so mobile, he can just flank and poke around the corner and just jump away.
Yeah.
He's also very good at getting in people's faces, like the soldier.
Yeah. Definitely can also be used really well as a distraction.
Oh, for sure. So Scout's going to want to play a little close to the enemy face, because
Yeah.
the closer he is, the harder it is for the enemy to aim at him. They have to
Yeah.
move.
And also harder for them to use explosives.
As we see that, Cowboy Scout is crouching around the corner, looking for a back cap potentially, which could very possible, as that point is
True.
very quick to cap.
It's just playing it sneaky, I guess.
Yeah. And if you did not know, Scout has counts as 2 control point captures instead of 1, like everyone else.
Oh.
So
That's
he counts as like 2 people capping the point.
Oh, so it's like double the speed.
So especially on this last
Nice,
point, you can
nice.
definitely flank and get that.
Yeah.
But it looks like the heavy is very much ready for such.
UNM's having to hold off.
Soldier bombing into the demo. Oh, soldier
Ooh.
bombing into the medic, forcing an Uber from the medic. Cal Poly disengaging after Uber pop. No reason to fight the invulnerable.
True.
So 2 players down on Cal, forcing an Uber though.
True.
If they can get this this next fight really quick before the next Uber pops, and they utilize their own Uber,
Yeah, they could.
that could
get
easily
that
secure
point.
the last point.
So, UNM's really gonna really struggling here, but if they can pull it off, they could get the next point.
Looks like Soldier's patiently waiting for that scout to go around the corner.
I think Scout's doing the exact same.
Heavy's looking very intently at that wall. Maybe that wall's going to capture the point.
Doc's just got his healing stream going. Not really doing any healing.
Yeah, so
Looks like they called the timeout, maybe?
no, looks like the server died.
Oof. Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
2-1.
Interesting. Okay, so
Okay.
the game has been paused, but the timer is still continuing. It's at 0, but the game has not ended. So in the meantime, we'll just wait.
And see.
But yeah, just waiting for a word here. Okay. So yeah, they're on pause right now. But basically, how it's been going, it seems, is Cal Poly has the very strong kind of engaged burst team fight where they bomb in and then they quickly pop the UNM Uber and they disengage afterwards, and then they try
Yeah.
to utilize their own Uber afterwards when the Uber is down. As you're probably noticing, that charge is very important. Very important for it can win the entire fight. And especially last point, that means game.
Which is probably why Doc is such a high priority target.
Very much so. Not only does he heal, overheal, he
has the Uber, which is
it
invincible.
makes people invulnerable. So
So yeah, definitely strong in terms of defensive capabilities. Of defending teammates, of course.
yeah, of course. What are your thoughts on like the UNM kind of defense so far?
I think it's been pretty good. I almost think that they should try and play more corners with their explosive weapons, just so that they can get those frags out. Because it almost seems like they're going open arena a bit more, which,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it gives you more mobility, but at a certain point, you would probably just want to kind of wipe the enemy team so you could push objectives.
Right. Yeah. No, I do kind of agree with that fact. The point that I notice usually you'll see a lot of spamming with a soldier demo man just around corridors, trying to deter and get some poke damage off.
Yeah, kind of like blockade in a way.
I've noticed the UNM Esports is not necessarily utilizing the corners as much as they could
Yeah.
with the explosives, especially just because they can go around corners. They can do the splash damage, the radius damage, and hit people even if they don't see them. Switching to the heavy, definitely useful on last point. However, the positioning wise, he is in the very back of the point,
Yeah.
and looks like we're back here.
Yeah.
He is in the very back of the point, and he's not really utilizing his medium to close range
As well.
advantage. You know, he is not necessarily the sniper. He
Yeah.
kind of wants to be. He kind of wants to be in the enemy's face, but
True.
not being completely bombed out like he did last time. So back one here with the 1 minute 40 second. Now we got 40 seconds. See, as we can see, Heavy is anticipating a scout flank, but if they
The soldiers kind of just fragging down the hallway, it looks like.
right, if they engage onto the middle point, Heavy's gonna have a decently large range deficit, which does do a lot of fallout damage. Meaning
True.
meaning he will do
Less as he
less
goes.
damage as the enemy goes further away from him.
Yeah.
So he
wants to
usually
close that gap as much as he can,
exactly. He usually
which is
wants
going to
do
be
that.
difficult, especially with that slow movement speed.
Exactly. The fact of being last point helping out.
Oh, okay.
So looks like time ran out,
Yeah.
meaning still remaining 2-0 Cal Poly UNM.
True.
Rolling out here, as you can see, the soldiers damaging themselves, pulling out the escape plan. Escape plan being that pickaxe you saw. That gives you more movement speed based off your missing health. So if the lower you are, the faster you are while holding it. But if you are holding it, you take more damage, so be careful.
So it's glass cannon-ish.
Yeah, it's you want to do it when you know there's no one really gonna kill you or punish you while you're low health holding it out, like
Yeah.
they do in rollouts. It's
True.
exactly. All right, UNM Esports holding first point, looking
Yeah.
to get second point through corridor, possibly.
Or just trying to defend from a flank from that corridor.
Cal Poly scout on that flank. Looks
Yeah.
like he is going all the way around, potentially looking for a medic drop.
Yeah.
Playing around corners here, I love to see that. Soldier utilizing his splash radius damage on his
True.
rocket launcher.
Looks like our scout's just kind of chilling.
Pushing away the sticky bombs that you saw there.
With the rocket, yeah. Definitely pretty good strategy to avoid the damage from those.
Throwing some damage around the corner here, utilizing that corner advantage with the choke point.
Yeah. Demoman's trying to...
Soldier bombing in. He's bombing in solo, and he bombed in so hard that he indeed froze the game.
Let's go. Love when that happens.
I was not expecting that one. Oh.
Yeah.
For Cal Poly
Guess there's a
Soldier-
few too many explosions.
Yeah, it looks like Valve servers just don't like that one.
Yeah. Valve's really not having it today.
Looks like we might have another timeout here. Let's see.
Yeah.
We can't hear you. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
waiting
Hopefully
on
this issue doesn't persist throughout the rest of this match, because it's gonna be a
it's-
long and slow one if that keeps happening.
what is the is it a timeout? Your mic is off. Okay. Looks like
Cool.
we have a
Pause.
potential hardware issue on a player, so we're just gonna be pausing for now.
Yeah.
But I like how they are actually now more so utilizing the corners.
Yeah.
Both teams actually.
True. And they definitely use those tighter spaces with the explosive weapons.
Yeah.
Trying to kind of almost get like multi-kills off of a single impact.
Yeah, they're definitely utilizing their explosives as, as their radius damage
True.
are. So, it can hit 5 people and it'll do the same damage to all 5 of them.
It looked like the UNM scouts were kind of just holding back on point, trying to pick off any flanking scouts, it looks like.
Yeah.
Because as far as I could tell, they weren't really trying to push in and do any damage. But
yeah, and it
yeah.
also seemed like Cal Poly was utilizing a scout for lots of flanks. It looks like they were on a flank right before they froze here or had a difficulty.
True. So I guess we'll see how that outcome.
I like that utilization because they're making the UNM esports guess where their scout is. It's almost like
True.
almost kind of like spy gameplay.
Spy gameplay, but without the actual spy.
Right, because I don't know how well that one would do in 6v6. Usually that one's not really played.
True, because it'd be easier to tell that they're the spy.
Mm-hmm. very coordinated, very much uh, less of an impact than some other classes could have.
True.
But yeah, scout being utilized kind of like just a flanking spy, where they're gonna have to constantly keep their keep their thoughts on keep their toes up, and thinking about, okay, where's the scout now? Is he flanking right behind us? Is he gonna
Yeah.
drop our medic?
Yeah.
That's gonna make them think a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Definitely seeing mostly sticking to that initial strategy you described with 2 scout, 2 soldier, a demo, and a doc or a medic.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Nice to see a little bit of class variation though once it gets to like final point for each team.
I would love to see a Kritzkrieg medic. I feel like that is underrated and very much can win them
True, because
either
doesn't
team
he
a
buffs
fight.
their crit rate, right?
So how Kritzkrieg works is what we saw here is the normal stock. Stock minigun allows you, the medic, and the healer to be invulnerable for a certain amount of, like, I think it's like 6 or 8 seconds. And the Kritzkrieg, on the other hand, it charges faster to the Uber rate.
Ah.
And what it does is it gives the person you're healing 100% crits.
Oh, so it straight up is like anything you hit is a crit.
Anything you hit, anything you shoot is a crit automatically. And for anyone who doesn't know, a crit is 3 times base damage. So a rocket could do a soldier-based rocket. Everything has fall off basically, but when it's kritzkrieged or when it's a crit, it has no fall off at all. So you could shoot a rocket across the whole map; it would do the same amount of damage as if you were shooting someone at your feet.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so that could be really strong if we did utilize it.
right, if either team utilized Kritzkrieg, it and use it on say demo man, shoot the sticky bomb, crits, and a sticky bomb will just it could easily kill a whole team with one sticky bomb because it's crit. But um, of course Uber can counter that, but that wouldn't really matter because you could only save 2 people.
True.
So
So
I think that the Kritzkrieg could definitely be utilized here, and it would be up this
and it
big
would be
advantage to
pretty
either team.
effective.
But I understand how they're going. They're kind of playing it a little more
Cautious.
right, trying to maybe play to what they were practicing, what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and utilizing that on say a soldier, that's 270 damage per rocket. That kills every class in the game except heavy. So
So yeah, it'd be
yeah,
easy team killing.
yeah, and an Uber charge just allows a base Uber charge can allow you to get save a teammate or reposition or hard push with your Uber player, but it does not have any stat advantage in that sense.
Looks like they're still figuring out that player technical difficulties, but
Yeah.
should be getting back into the kind of soon.
So what do you think about um the sort of last point holds with the heavy NG and switching to the sniper occasionally, kind of adapting the 6 player to a little more what is
Yeah.
going on with the game?
So the sniper does kind of make sense because you can kind of pick off people that you need to get out.
Mhm.
But and like the engineer is definitely nice because that you said it was like a sentry turret.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
you can kind of just put that in a place with a pretty big field of view while still being protected from field of view of enemies. So that definitely will help guard an objective. Heavy definitely works, but it seems like he's always just kind of sitting a little too far back for it to be effective. It's almost like he wants to
Right.
go into he should try and go into the narrower hallways where he can kind of close distance fast and therefore get as much damage as he can before fall off.
Right. I totally agree. The That's a very good point. So the heavy, not necessarily utilizing the close to mid range that he prefers to get that,
To get those frags.
to get the
kills.
most damage he can.
Yeah.
That without the big fall off, because it does have spread on the weapon, so if he's far back, it will have less accuracy.
Okay, we're heading back to game now. We're with the UNM soldier.
Looks like we got things figured out.
The control point is being contested.
We have UNM Esports
Capping point.
capturing second point, pushing it, and
A lot of
Cal-
pushback from Cal.
Cal Poly popping the Uber onto the scout,
Yeah.
pushing in with a scout, scout knocking one. Portal whipping out the escape plans. You can see how fast he is with that, trying to survive. That
Yeah.
ditch effort to pull out that melee just to do some damage.
True.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
And Cal Poly capturing second point in return.
Yeah. Okay.
We have lost the control point.
UNM Esports recouping.
Yeah,
Getting their
recouping on
players.
third point.
Soldier bombing in. UNM Soldier, Red Soldier.
Oh, Scout trying to take him down.
Cal Poly Soldier bombing in. Oh, Scout right behind.
Ouch.
Pincering UNM Esports. Controlling fourth middle point, 4 people. So you see the golden medi gun.
Alert.
Yeah.
The
The
medic.
control point is being captured.
Also known as Australium. Very cool.
We have lost the control point.
Oh, it's down to UNM guarding last point again.
Let's see if they adapt their team composition.
Yeah. And like I said, I hope I can see that heavy playing to his strengths more.
Looks like they're not switching to the heavy right now. They're just gonna stick
Yeah.
with their
I mean,
6 staple.
True. You don't always have to switch.
Holding that corner, trying their best to. Oh, they scout has indeed passed. Now they switch to the heavy.
Cool. Yeah.
Heavy holding the scout, who is on flank, anticipating soldier bombing the heavy out.
Yeah.
The control point is being captured.
Bell bombing
Ooh.
in. Bell getting air shot with the pipe.
Yeah.
Ow.
Ouch.
Scout trying to hold the point as
Ooh,
long as he
Doc.
can, and
That's it. It's
Cal
another
pop.
point for Cal. Okay.
And Cal Poly 3-0.
3-0, and we're at halftime.
So that was, I think that was really well thought
Played.
out.
Yeah.
It's just the question comes where the heavy is trying to hold the scout in the sort of really close quarter position the scout loves playing in. Because if that scout is jumping around your heavy like a little gnat, then that is exactly what he wants. He wants to get those big shots right in front of you while he's jumping around and being totally unhittable, jumping, double
Yeah.
jumping, being a being a little
Being,
like a little frog just jumping
Yeah,
around.
kind of drawing attention to himself so that
Exactly.
his teammates can kind of backshot people.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, because as we saw, the soldier on the Cal Poly on last point was shooting his rockets towards the heavy while the scout was distracting and getting his damage off. So
True.
that was
So it was like an effective double team.
exactly
Yeah.
overwhelming the heavy basically.
True. So
But I do appreciate the fact that they're both teams are now utilizing corners more.
yeah.
We just have a practice going on here.
Yeah.
In halftime, we're gonna have a little time before we get into the game.
Yeah. Kind of interested to see if they pull out a pyro at all for like some what is it? Like area control, like to try and like kind of block off with him.
Yeah, yeah. Pyro would be. It definitely would be viable. The question is, what situation would exactly be used
True.
referring to pyro? If you don't know, the pyro can reflect projectiles, so he can reflect soldier rocket, demo man,
Stickies.
stickies, and demo man grenade launchers, which are just colloquially known as pipes. You'll probably hear me saying that instead.
Okay.
And yeah, that could be definitely utilizing
Yeah.
that. But in this kind of open area map, pyro does not have necessarily the best advantage.
True. So he could definitely play around like the corners more though, like
For sure.
knocking the projectiles back.
Yeah, for sure, he could do that.
So
if it was in a close quarters area where
yeah.
he could
So like maybe those that like underground area on the last objective,
yeah.
he could work well, or even the left side on that last objective too,
Yeah.
because that definitely seems a bit more close range.
Yeah, the thing is, the reason the six staple is kind of the way it is because some of these classes can kind of just do what Pyro does in a sense of damage wise, but just a little bit differently and a little bit kind
But
of
almost
more
better.
consistent.
Yeah,
I don't want to say like better, but more consistently.
true.
For example, the scout, more mobile, has that close range advantage. Can do the same amount of damage as Pyro, but
He has so much more mobility.
yeah, he has more mobility and more versatility. Pyro has to kind of run into the enemy and get those perfect reflex on the soldier, or else soldier can easily 2 to 3 rocket them,
True.
and Pyro probably gets 80 damage off with his flamethrower.
Yeah.
So yeah, and lack of mobility also plays really big. It's a really big impact. That's why this soldier jumping in rocket launcher, demo man sticky bombs, jumping
Yeah.
in scout, jumping in double jump.
It's a
Very
high
mobile.
mobility team with like the least mobility going to Doc,
Exactly, yeah.
but he's kind of the one everyone moves to.
Yeah. Doc being like the core key piece, you can
Yeah.
say like cornerstone of each team, trying to play around pushing with the Doc, pushing with Uber, coordinating the Uber.
Yeah. Just kind of still in that practice game, just waiting to get out of halftime, but definitely doing it well.
Yeah, one thing that would be interesting is having a coordinated 3-man jump, aka like a 3-man bomb, which is
Oh,
the same thing as like soldiers jumping in on the enemy medic with their rockets as they rocket jump. Very high
okay.
mobility, giving the enemy team, closing the gap very quickly so they can utilize their they can negate the damage fall off basically by being right in their face and trying
True,
to
and
bomb
it
the medic.
also kind of causes the enemy team to panic a little bit, like, oh shoot, they're coming right at us.
Yeah, as well with the bomb, you are in the air. It's both soldiers, demo man, you're in the air. Soldiers will have to literally directly hit you if you want to get hit, because that's way that's more difficult than splash damage.
True.
Hmm? So okay, just got word that we're having a ping issue on some player.
Yeah, so
So we're just going to be in halftime for a little bit.
yeah, doing a little bit of an extra long halftime.
Do you care to show just the gameplay? We can commentate over that if you want. They probably want to see a little bit of gameplay.
Yeah.
That'd be more enjoyable for the viewers. So
Ooh.
looks
Yeah.
like we're on deathmatch mode, where just basically you respawn instantly and just bombing, killing,
Yeah.
dying, deathmatch.
Just constant cycle of get in, kill, die,
But look
respawn.
how mobile this soldier is. He
True. He can
utilizes
just
his
kinda-
rockets and gets across the map instantly, maybe losing 40 HP, 20
Yeah.
HP per rocket.
And seems to also be building momentum with each one that
Yeah.
he does consecutively.
Exactly. You can build increasing momentum if you do it correctly. You can do what's called surfing on specific angles, like inclines and stuff like that.
Which I think we saw him do just a little bit earlier.
We did see that. You might see it again. Basically, that allows you to. The game thinks you're still in the air, so you're still accelerating, but but you actually have hit an
Touch the
incline.
ground. Yeah.
That's utilized intentionally by soldiers, and demo men as well. They can do the same.
Yeah. So I'm saying that soldier and demo man in terms of movement are played very similarly.
Yeah, demo man usually not jumping in as much as a soldier would, just because he doesn't have the immediate splash damage. He has his pipes, which are direct hits, and they kind of roll a little bit, but you want to hit those directly, so if he did miss those, he would just bomb in and die. Soldiers jumping in has way more forgiving rockets that have a lot more splash damage.
More forgiving
And
damage
Exactly.
area.
Exactly. And if the soldier needs to jump away, he can easily do so instantly. Demo Man, it takes some time to detonate his sticky bombs, which he'll use.
True. So Demo Man's a bit more of a control point.
Yeah, he likes holding angles, throwing pipes down the corridor, just denying enemies from coming
But he
in.
can use the similar movement to at least get into the fray.
Yeah, he likes denying corridor entrance and choke point entrances with the sticky bomb. He can place traps, and he also can utilize the sticky bomb or the pipes, just throwing them out there to keep enemies at bay, not necessarily allowing them to pass through. Demo with the Hafzatuichi. That's the melee.
True.
As you heard, the soldier getting decapitated.
Yeah. Still just doing that deathmatch, trying to figure out the ping, looks like.
Bell coming in. Ubered.
Yeah.
No. So I like to see this Demo Man. He's using his pipe to jump. That's one thing. That's one thing you can't do. It's not very practical, but he's just kind of messing around. Oh, and there he goes. So you can sticky jump with your pipe, as you saw there.
True. Oh. Looks like he's getting shot at, gone after by the soldier.
Yeah, so how Demo Man kind of plays also is he utilizes his secondary almost like a primary sometimes. His secondary being the sticky bomb launcher he has here.
Because they both seem very similar, but slightly different in terms of use.
Yeah, exactly. So as you see there, he was spamming his sticky bombs at the enemy, trying to get some like splash damage. And how that works is it's more area of effect, so you're gonna hit more people with the sticky bombs
But it's
instead
less
of just throwing the pipes, because those usually, though the rolling pipes do little to no damage even if they do hit, but the direct pipes are the ones that do a lot of damage.
Because direct pipes are kind of like impact grenades.
Yeah, you could call them that. Basically, it's you want to hit those directly, while soldier can just hit people's feet and get majority, almost if not all, the damage off of his rocket.
True. So you have primary, secondary, and I'm assuming secondary can be a melee weapon.
So how it works is primary is going to be his grenade, secondary is a sticky bomb, which can switch to a shield if he wants to, which allows him to charge, but that is almost never going to be played.
Because that's for the demo night.
That's kind of for like a demo night, not necessarily, but usually demo night kind of gameplay where it's completely melee and you're charging, and basically meaning you're running at the enemy really quickly
Trying to
for a
get
moment of
kills.
period. Yeah. And the third item would be his melee, usually just being stock on Demo Man, not necessarily going anything specific. Like for example, the Scout, who goes the Boston Basher, also known as the sword, which is just a reskin of the Boston Basher, which damages himself if he misses, but bleeds the enemy if he hits an enemy.
True.
But the damaging himself is
self-hitting
utilized with
by the
medic.
dock
Exactly.
to bring up
Intentionally.
Uber.
Exactly. Yeah, Demo Man using stock melee would be, it's pretty basic.
So the melee for the soldier that we saw earlier was that pickaxe, which grants more movement speed the lower health you have.
Basically, and you take damage. You take more damage while holding it out. And they can also utilize something called the Market Gardener, which this soldier is using right now. As you can see, the blue soldier. He just whipped it. He just had it out. It was the Market Gardener, which is crit if you're still in midair when you hit the enemy.
Oh, so if you're like falling on someone and whack them with it.
Yeah, exactly. It'll do 195 damage as a crit,
Dang.
which is 3 times 65, which is your base damage melee.
So that's almost an instant kill.
Basically instantly killing anyone except soldier and heavy. Exactly.
Yeah.
And usually
And it's
soldiers.
100% a kill for on Doc
Exactly.
or medic.
That's one thing that's very important. Bombing soldiers can utilize that just instead of 2 rocketing or maybe 3 rocketing a medic. They can utilize the market gardener, which instantly kills the medic if they can land it. So usually you'll see a market gardener or what's called the escape plan, which is the pickaxe
Yeah.
on the soldiers. So you can see he had the market gardener out right there. He's looking to market garden someone. Oh, he got
Ooh,
the medic.
it.
You can
Ow.
see that one crit. So he
Yeah.
instantly dies there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very, very solid. Very solid items.
Yeah, so Doc has... What does Doc's crossbow do? Because I've
So-
seen him pull it out and use it,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure what it does.
So Doc has multiple primaries. His syringe guns, basically you'll only see Doc's using the crossbow, which is one shot, and you have to reload it after that. So the one shot in the clip, and basically it shoots an arrow projectile, and that arrow projectile obviously can do damage, but the important thing is that you can shoot teammates, and it heals your teammates.
Oh, so it's kind of like the medigun, but
It's like an
less.
exactly. It's like an instant medigun heal. You don't get any Uber for it, but you get the healing off.
Which can be better than getting Uber for it,
Yeah.
especially in clutch situations.
Yeah, and it heals more based off the distance traveled. So if you're
Oh,
shooting,
so if you can snipe your allies with it, it's really effective.
yeah. So one thing that medics do is they use the stock, or they use the crossbow and the stock minigun, or any minigun really. And if someone on their team is really low, they shoot them with a bolt and then heal them. And then they don't bother reloading until like they're doing something else. Or they can just keep shoot them with a bolt. Shoot them with a bolt, heal them, and while the reload animation is going, they shoot them with another bolt.
True.
But if
Okay.
they have time, they usually just utilize the minigun just to get that
Yeah.
heal, the Uber up,
And the overkill.
and the overkill.
Yeah. We have word that we're going to be going into the game again soon. Cool. Okay.
Okay, looks like we're having
A player
technical
swap.
issue with someone on UNM Esports. We're going to swap them with the sub.
Yeah.
Man
For
named Quick.
Scout.
Looks like, yeah.
So, yeah.
While this deathmatch practice is going on, the player will be loading in, and I will be right back. I'm gonna get something.
Okay. Game. Okay.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
And we got a new player on the UNM Esports team.
Yeah.
Looks like we have the same 6v6 comp, classic staple.
True. Okay. Well,
Anyways,
we're hopping in.
Cal Poly going midpoint here.
Yeah.
Looks like UNM Esports is going to disengage after 4 people.
True.
I've been
Looks like
taken.
they're gonna rotate to second.
We have lost the control point.
Ooh. Okay. Switch to the heavy and engineer.
Alert. The control point is being
Anticipating a
contested.
second point capture, not contesting. Waiting for third point.
True.
We have lost the
We can see the demo man using the Hasatuchi, damaging himself to get that Uber charge faster.
True. Oh, that's one other thing I thought. It almost seems like UNM just goes straight to guarding last point rather than trying to guard their second one.
Yeah, how that one would play out is if they're not able to get all the players there and they all die, they'll get last point. They'll give last point anyways, so smarter to play last point than to try to
True.
basically like trickle into the second point because they didn't have all their players ready.
True. It'll be easier to have them all ready and set up.
Exactly. We see a demo man traps right on the left battlement's door
Yeah,
here.
this is kind of the spot where I thought a pyro would work well against, like, to guard.
It certainly
Could.
could. He would need to be really on his reflect game.
Yeah.
Poking damage, just a little poke damage here, destroying the dispenser. Stockyu trying to hold against his flanking scout.
Looks like our engineer's name is also pretty funny.
You see a level 3 sentry gun on the little battlement's
Yeah.
bunker right there, trying to hold last point. And
We see
less-
our tank just kind of chilling around the middle of the point.
yeah. Having the heavy overhealed useful against the soldier who's poking at distance.
True. Heavy's trying to guard that underground location, looks like.
I'd love to see this heavy play in a different, sort of closer up angle.
Yeah. Because he's very in the open.
Very vulnerable just to splash damage from the soldiers.
True. And even like any flanking scouts could probably also get him pretty quickly.
And he'd be shooting at a very large distance, and that drop off is a real deal.
And also the bullet spread at that distance.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Portal
it
jumping
looks
in, trying to bomb the soldier.
True. Looks like they're just kind of keeping him past that wall, trying to defend as long as they can.
Retreating, waiting for the heal.
Oh,
Sees scout.
flanking scout poked out.
Scout disengaging. Keeping UNM Esports on their toes.
For
having
sure.
to constantly think about where is that scout.
Oh,
We got Bell walking to a sticky trap.
ouch.
That leaves a 6v5.
Yeah.
Maybe Cal Poly can engage now. The numbers advantage.
Yeah.
Portal soldier jumping in. Both medic Uber pops. Medic Uber on the heavy and demo. Handshaking the Uber charge. There he goes. I love to see the heavy utilizing that close range now.
Yeah.
Utilizing
Ooh,
his
we
strength
have
where
a-
he needs to. Exactly. And then the scout has to disengage. Scout low on HP.
Yeah.
Fighting a deathmatch down there. Oh, scout. Cowball wins. Cowball scout beating the NS scout, but trading back
True.
with the soldier. Negating last point push. Very well
True.
done. Very
Yeah.
well done. That's what I like to see. That heavy utilizing his range as he should.
Yeah.
With that middle close range. Not playing a sniper heavy. Poking with his little minigun that
Yeah.
has so much spread.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Looks like
8 seconds for our last push. Maybe
Yeah.
they can get a touch on before the timer ends.
2, 1. You failed.
Stalemate.
stalemated.
Neither team getting that last point. means no one gets a point.
Yeah.
So as we see before match here, you're not able to move, but you can propel yourself with stickies and grenades and that sort. So you can see the soldier was rocket jumping, trying to get more distance as he can.
Yeah, I kind of get out there quickly.
Yeah. So he's trying to get as fast and middle as possible. Whoever's there first obviously can have the height advantage.
Yeah. So. Ooh. Looks like everyone's playing very much like the edges of this, waiting for the other team to get on the point.
Yeah, we see. See, esports keeps bombing into middle point, but they're just losing team. They're losing their gunfights.
Yeah.
So that's forcing them to have to retreat to second point.
Sure.
They did get there first. Unfortunately, the fights were just not played as well as they maybe could.
Yeah.
We got
that off goes that Uber. For
flash on the
Cal.
scout, jumping onto the soldier dying.
I think our medic just went down.
Scout finishing off.
Ooh, it's a 2v3 currently. Yeah. Definitely looks like Cal Poly's almost doing like a counter take, where they let UNM have it for a little bit, only to like frag them all, kill them all to get point. Would you agree?
It's more so. UNM esports is seems like they're getting bombed very quickly, meaning the Cal Poly is jumping in with their mobility and targeting certain people, like a soldier or something, or whoever's close, whoever they're bombing basically, and getting that one kill leading to more kills. Just a straight up numbers advantage. Okay, we have Cal Poly scout. Uber scout flashing out to the other scout. Fight in the control point. Scout dead. Going down with the Boston Basher. Retreating to the health pack. Trying to finish off.
Yeah.
Survives with 1 HP. Wow.
Okay. Looks like we're stalling on the objective. Oh. We're capturing second. A little bit too, it seems.
Contesting second point here, dropping the soldier. Retreating. Dramatic. Looks like UNM Esports has a push already, as Cal Poly only has 2 players alive.
Yeah. So.
Second point looking very free.
True.
You know, I would love to see UNM Esports doing a bombing play where they start utilizing their explosive mobility and any other kind of like just straight mobility that they have, and targeting either the medic, priority target, or whoever may be at a position very close or separated from the teams. So far, UNM Esports playing quite passive, allowing Cal Poly to kind of do what they want to do.
Yeah. Almost seems like UNM's just trying to guard second.
Right.
And hope that Cal gives them an opening to exploit.
Right. Soldier damaging himself, getting that Uber charge. Trying to get onto the top of the lamp spot there. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Cool little spot. So yeah, Soldier can do the same thing where he can rocket jump and just to damage himself and get that medic Uber charge.
Yeah, with the fall damage.
Yeah, just with a rocket splash damage as well, yeah. Very true. I pick onto Cal Poly Scout. second respawn. Maybe a play can be made. 5v5. Scout's been traded.
True. So it's still a 5v5. Looks like.
Playing very passive here.
Do both teams have their Ubers?
As you can see on the left side here, yeah, we have 100% on each medic.
So I guess both are just kind of waiting for the best opportunity to pop that off.
We see Cal Poly switch to the sniper, very interestingly, trying to get that
Pick.
medic pop. Trying to get the one headshot to secure the team fight.
True.
Very important to position properly, as especially the medic. You have no mobility. You do not have these jumps or dashes or rocket jumps.
So you
You
have
just
to
got
be
your
in the right
legs.
spot to
Exactly.
not get hit while still being able to kill your team.
You see Sniper picks up the scout. Now it's a 6v5. Cal Poly looking to engage with a numbers advantage.
It's a 6v4 now.
Another goes down, 5v4. Jumping in, Soldier, Bell, 22 HP, looking for the medic heal. Sniper playing from the distance. Bombing into Sniper, that's what I like to see. Using that, oh, damn, he got random crit.
Ouch.
Sometimes your crits
Just don't.
happen. It's random, it's a small chance, but it can happen.
Alert. Our
True.
control point is being captured.
Maybe that was his escape plan. That could have been his escape plan, was holding out and he just took more damage.
True. That might have been it.
It should, because random crits should be disabled. But I can't guarantee that one.
Yeah. Well, we
Double soldier bomb in,
we
that's what I
currently
like to
have
see.
midpoint capture.
Medic flashing the Uber onto the soldier, soldier jumping in, trying to pop the scout, 25 HP, not gonna
Looks like
happen.
that soldier was going for the
Soldier
dog.
bombing to the demo, scout finishing off the scout stock Q. Scout finishing off the medic, nothing he can do about that. Just trying to make sure maybe he could whoop out the melee, but he will still die to the enemy team. UNM Esports having to reset, recoup, and regather. Try not to. Well, spoke too
Fell
soon.
into a sticky trap.
Stock you switching to the engineer, trying to hold last point.
Yeah. Using the sentries.
Cal Poly most likely gonna look for an angle, try to
Oh, we
shoot
got a
rocket.
sniper in here too.
Shoot rockets at that sentry gun. UNM Esports switching to the sniper, looking for a potential pick onto the enemy medic or anyone who pops their little head out this door here.
Anyone who peeks a little too much.
I'd like to see. I like to see the more dynamic picks here. Very interesting. Popping the Uber onto this demo man who's jumping in for free. Takes no damage from his sticky bombs. Jumping in, trying sticky bombing on the point to secure it, make sure no one's on the point, and they got the point. Very well played by Cal Poly, jumping in, allowing the demo man to area deny the control point with the sticky bombs.
Yeah.
So if anyone even tried to contest by standing onto the point, they would just get exploded.
So I think, would that be 4 to
That
for Cal?
that is 4-0. 4-0 Cal Poly UNM Esports. I would love to see UNM Esports play a little bit more, have a little bit more aggression in their gameplay.
Yeah.
Try to take control of the game instead of allowing them, Cal Poly, to push first. It seems that team fight.
Alert. The control point is being
It seems like the scout is jumping into the medic, almost getting the medic. Medic being left at 80 HP.
We have lost the control point.
It seems like the sheer gun gameplay is just
Alert.
Not.
The control point
It-
is
it's
being
just-
contested.
it's not necessarily like,
Alert.
excuse me,
The
it's a little bit
control
of lag
point is
here.
being captured.
The gun gameplay in the middle point, very even. Everyone starts in the same spot, but Cal Poly just seems to be taking the points and
A
killing
little
them.
faster.
Exactly. Switching to the pyro here, as you can hear the reflecting rockets.
Yeah.
Trying to protect that sentry gun. Very interesting.
So I think we've seen UNM pull out each character at least once besides Spy, which, for obvious reasons, doesn't work too well in this game mode.
Yeah. Interesting to see how this one will play out. We have a Pyro that is protecting the sentry gun from any projectiles.
Oh,
UNM in total defense position, trying to
Hal's,
hold on the last point.
Hal's Soldier trying to get some like snipe picks almost with his rocket.
Ooh, we have a
And down goes Bell.
double rocket onto the soldier, dropping.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Looks like we had that heavy out
Cal
now.
Poly's jumping.
and
Oh my!
Cal gets
See,
point.
you see how fast the point is taken? That was just a scout 2x.
Yeah.
As you
ouch.
can see, last point is taken extremely quickly.
You failed.
So that's
So Cal Poly 5-0,
yeah.
UNM Esports. So what are your thoughts on the midpoint fight? Where both teams start off and the rollouts are occurring and they get to the point at the same time. What do you think's happening there?
I'm actually not fully sure. It almost seems like UNM's pushing on like all the way out a little too fast to the point where they're out in the open for the enemy for Cal to just kind of pick at them from like more walled off spots. So it's almost like one-way fire in a way.
Yeah, it seems like UNM Esports has a very solid foundation in the sense of their rollouts and how they're positioning in that sense. The gunfighting seems to be in Polycal's favor though. It seems like they get there at the same time. UNM Esports might even be a little bit faster, getting the high ground a little bit quicker.
True.
But um, it seems like the gunfighting, just a straight 1v1 or fighting matchups, maybe the scout against the soldier who is contesting each other, it just the scout winning and the numbers advantage then carries from there, and then the whole team fight is basically either one or UNM Esports has to retreat with their numbers disadvantaged not to lose any more players.
Yeah.
So one thing to look for would be to have maybe a more potential coordinated dive or a bomb onto a specific player instead of everyone bombing onto just
Individuals.
each side of the control point as we saw before.
Yeah.
That might help because if Caltech, or excuse me, if Polycal uh, goes on to say like they match the split push onto the middle point, then UNM Esports, if they do just a coordinated one stack onto one side
Yeah.
of on one side of the point and they try to contest that side of the point, then they'll have a way numbers advantage, and the other soldier demo whatever was bombing on the side is not really doing anything. They'll have to reposition, so they'll
True.
have a couple seconds.
Okay.
So yeah, they'll have a couple seconds to have to reposition, and it won't be in the fight for that long. I think both,
Yeah.
yeah, but both players, both teams definitely tried their best.
For sure.
For
For
sure.
sure. At the end there, we definitely saw a lot more better usage of the heavy from UNM.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Positioning and stuff. So glad to see that happened. Um, sucks that we lost, but good gameplay all around.
Yeah, I
And
mean it's no big deal. I mean it's some things uh improvements can be made. It's easy to say that in hindsight, but when you're
yeah,
playing the game,
it's a
it's
little
very
harder
different.
to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
since we did lose and it went 5-0, that's the end of this.
yeah, it plays to 5, so that is 5-0. That means Cal Poly is taking this game. This will be good a learning experience for the UNM Esports TF2
Yeah.
team. Maybe some VOD reviews can be used for this game.
True. So
I mean, you can't really get better without, playing against someone who maybe be better than you.
yeah.
So,
Well,
anyways, thank you guys for
That's-
joining us
thank
stream.
you.
And we're going to wrap it up there.
yeah.
GG Cal Poly.